going on, guys and girls? Mr. BlueStar96 here, and today I'm doing a review, well, not a review, a full deck profile of my Blue Eyes deck. I'll move the side of the extra deck and the side deck to the side. Side deck to the side. And I'll start by showing you the deck. So I'm running 3 Blue Eyes, because it is a Blue Eyes themed deck. It's preferable to run 3, and you'll see why I'm running 3 a bit later on, because of there's some monsters in my extra deck that kind of use Blue Eyes to get into them. So you'll see them when I get to the extra deck. Then I'm running 2 Dragon Spirit of Whites. I would be running 3, but at the moment I'm only running 2 because I do have 3, but I'm just running 2 simply as a way for to use for spell and trap destruction or back row destruction from a monster. So there's the 2 Dragon Spirit of Whites. I'm running 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, simply because when it's out on the field I can bring back a dragon monster from my graveyard. So for example, I could have 2 Blue Eyes Engrave and a Blue Eyes Twin Burst on field and use Red Eyes as effect to bring Blue Eyes back, and then I have 3 monsters on the field. But that's just 1, so he's at 1. So then I'm running 2 Kyberman. So if I have 2 Blue Eyes in hand, or if I have a Blue Eyes in hand and a Kyberman in hand, summon Kyberman, activate his effect, tribute him, and bring out Blue Eyes. So that's why I'm running 2, so I can bring out 2 Blue Eyes in literally in 2 turns, just by summoning 1 monster. Then I'm into the tuners, the Blue Eyes sort of tuners. So I'm running 1 Protector, 2 Maiden, 1 Sage with Eyes of Blue. So 2 Maiden, simply because her effect is, if it'll focus, when this card is targeted for an attack, you can negate an attack, and if you do, change the battle position of this card. Then you can special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. During either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that targets this face-up card, you can special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. You can only use 1 Maiden with Eyes of Blue effect per turn, and only once that turn, which is why she's at 2. Sage's effect is when this card is normal summoned, you can add 1 level 1 Light Tuner from your deck to your hand, except Sage with Eyes of Blue. You can discard this card, then target 1 effect monster you control, send it to the graveyard, and if you do special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from your deck, you can only use this effect of Sage with Eyes of Blue once per turn. So say you summon Maiden, and you have Sage in hand, use Sage's effect to discard on Maiden. Maiden's effect will activate, so you get a Blue Eyes to the field. So you get a Blue Eyes White Dragon to field from deck, and Sage's effect is you can get a Blue Eyes from deck to hand. And then there's Protector with Eyes of Blue. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon 1 level 1 Light Tuner monster from your hand. You can target 1 effect monster you control, send it to the graveyard, and if you do special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from your hand, you can only use this effect of Protector with Eyes of Blue once per turn. So you summon Protector, then you'll summon Maiden, if you have Maiden in hand, because Protector's effect allows you to summon a level 1 Light Tuner from hand. Then use Protector's effect on... actually no, not at that point. So you'll have to wait a turn for it. So that's the 2... that's the spellcaster tuners for Blue Eyes. Then we go on to the dragon tuners, which are one White Stone of Legend. If this card is sent to the graveyard, add one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. And then White Stone of Ancients. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can special summon one Blue Eyes monster from your deck. And then that's his first effect. The second effect is you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Blue Eyes monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. And you can only use one effect of White Stone of Ancients per turn, which is why I'm running 2. Then, for just some cards to make up the number, well, they're in there for now. Grow Up Bulb, good tuner. So, if this card's in your graveyard, you can send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and if you do special summon this card, you can only use this effect of Grow Up Bulb once per duel. Then I've got DD Crow. Quick effect, you can discard this card to the graveyard, then target one card in your opponent's graveyard, banish that target, which is good if they have an Ash Blossom. And you can banish the Ash, or if they have a Grow Up Bulb, their Grow Up Bulb in the grave, you can discard DD Crow to banish their Grow Up Bulb. That's all for the monsters, or that for the main deck of monsters. Now we will go on to the spells. So start off with the Blue Eyes themed cards. So one Burst Stream of Destruction, one Majesty with Eyes of Blue, and two Silver's Cry. The reason why we're going to be running Burst Stream of Destruction is if you control Blue Eyes White Dragon, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Blue Eyes White Dragon cannot, or you control cannot attack the turn you activate this card. So if you've got Blue Eyes White Dragon and say Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragon out on field, you can use that effect to get rid of all your opponent's monsters and then attack with Galaxy Eyes because it's not a Blue Eyes monster. Then there's Majesty with Eyes of Blue. Send one Blue Eyes monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. Then target one face-up monster on the field. It cannot attack while it is face-up on the field. You can only activate one Majesty with Eyes of Blue per turn. And then Silver's Cry is technically in place of the alternative dragons, which I will be getting at some point. And you can target one Dragon-type normal monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. You can only activate one Silver's Cry per turn, so which is why I'm running 2. So you can bring back, so if you've got 2 Blue Eyes in the grave, you can bring them back in 2 different turns. So you'll see why I'm running 2 when it comes to the extra deck. Now onto the normal dragon type cards. 3 Return of the Dragon Lords, 2 Dragon Shrines, 1 Dragon Ravine, 1 Awakening, and 1 Awakening. So Awakening is discard 1 card, add up to 2 Dragon monsters with 3000 or more attack and 2500 or less defense from your deck to your hand, which is handy if you've got Polymerization in hand and you need 2 Blue Eyes to go into, say, Twin Burst, or you have 2 Blue Eyes or 1 Blue Eyes in hand and you need 2 more to go into Ultimate. Then 2 Dragon Shrine. This is a once per turn effect, or 1 per turn. Send 1 dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard, and then if that monster in your graveyard is a dragon type normal monster, you can send 1 more dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only activate 1 Dragon Shrine per turn, so 2 Dragon Shrine. Then Dragon Revival Rhapsody. If you control a spellcaster monster, you can target up to 2 dragon monsters in your graveyard, including at least 1 normal monster, special summon them. Your opponent takes no damage this turn. You can only activate 1 Dragon Revival Rhapsody per turn. That's currently at 1, but at some point I will be putting it up to 2. I hope. I think I'll be putting it up to 2. And then 3 Dragon Revival Rhapsody. Target 1 level 7 or 8 dragon monster in your graveyard, so your Blue Eyes or your Dragon Spirit of White. Special summon it. If a dragon monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So running that at 3, because you will be banishing it. Then 1 Stamping Destruction, 1 Dragon Ravine. So Dragon Ravine is once per turn you can discard one card, then activate one of these effects. Add one level 4 or lower Dragon E monster from your deck to your hand. Send one Dragon monster from your deck to your graveyard. I would be using the send one Dragon monster from your deck to your graveyard, that effect. And then Stamping Destruction is if you control a Dragon type monster, target one spell/trap card on the field, destroy that target. And if you do, inflict 500 damage to its controller. So if, say, your opponent has a face down Mirror Force, use Stamping Destruction. If you control a Dragon type monster, destroy it, they take 500 damage from it. And then you've done 500 damage without even attacking. But then onto the normal spells, so 2 instant fusions and 1 polymerization. So the 2 instant fusions is so that you can go into your 2 Panzer Dragons quickly. So if you want to do like if you have 2 in hand, well, you can only use it once per turn anyway. But if you have a monster out on the field already that was there from last turn, so like your Maiden with Eyes of Blue, and you want to bring out a Blue Eyes from hand to field, activate instant, bring out Panzer Dragon, then tribute both of them to go into your Blue Eyes. So that's why you're running 2 instants, so you can bring out both of them. Then polymerization. If you've got 2 Blue Eyes in hand, you can, or 3 Blue Eyes in hand, you can use this card to go into Blue Eyes Twin Burst if it's just 2, or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon if it's 3. So that's why I'm running 1 polymerization. The next cards are just there because, well, they have decent effects. So Soul Exchange, target 1 monster your opponent controls. This turn, if you tribute a monster, you must tribute that target as if you controlled it. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card. 1 card of Consonance. Discard 1 Dragon type tuner monster with 1000 or less attack and draw 2 cards. And as you can see there, it's got Dragon Spirit of White or Dragon Spirit of Ancients on there already. 1 Mystical Space Typhoon for back row destruction. Destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field. 1 Monster Reborn. So if you've used polymerization to go into your Twin Burst, you can use Monster Reborn to bring back the Blue Eyes from your graveyard. Then there's Foolish Burial. Send either Dragon Spirit of, or not Dragon Spirit, White Stone of Ancients or White Stone of Legend to grave. And then you can get 3 Blue Eyes to hand, or at the end phase with Dragon Spirit of Ancients you can get a 3 Blue Eyes to field. Then trade in, discard 1 level 8 monster, draw 2 cards. Now onto the trap cards. I'm only running 2 trap cards in the actual deck, but there's more in the side deck which I will do last. So first of all, Fiendish Chain. Activate this card by targeting 1 effect monster on the field. Negate the effects of that face-up monster while it is on the field. Also, that face-up monster cannot attack. When it is destroyed, destroy this card. And Mirror Force. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy all your opponent's monsters or opponent's attack position monsters. So that's it for the main deck. I will now go onto the extra deck. This is, like, run it how you want, but this is how I'm running it at the moment. So 2 Panzer Dragon and Blue Eyes Twin Burst. So the 2 Panzer Dragon, as I said, would be used with instant fusion, which makes it a tribute fodder or synchro fodder. So if you have a level 1 tuner on field, you can bring out Panzer Dragon and then synchro into your, say, level 6 monster. And then Twin Burst is 2 Blue Eyes. Must be either fusion summoned or special summoned by sending the above monsters you control to the graveyard, in which case you do not use polymerization. Cannot be destroyed by battle. This card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. At the end of the damage step, when this card attacks an opponent's monster but the opponent's monster was not destroyed by battle, you can banish that monster or that opponent's monster instead. So that's it for the fusions. I'm only running 3. Now on to the synchros. running for the generic synchros. I'm running. Right, sorry about that. Sorry about that quick cut. So for the extra deck monsters, I'm running, or basic generic ones. I'm running a generic level 6 Iron Chain Dragon that will be replaced at some point. I'm running one Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, and I'm running. Sorry about that cut as well. I only have 2 minutes to record, so I'm running a Crystal Wing. Iron Chain Dragon is so that you can go into it from Panzer Dragon and say your level 1 tuner. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon is so you can go into it from Spirit Dragon and then link into or synchro into Crystal Wing, and Crystal Wing is there for effect negation. That's it for the generics, or some generic synchros. Then running 2 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon and 2 Azure Eyes Silver Dragons. Spirit Dragons, because they're effect, you can go into Azure Eyes from that, but it's better to go into Black Rose. And Azure Eyes, if this card is special summoned until the end of the turn, neither player can target dragon monsters you currently control. You currently control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by card effects. Once per turn during your standby phase, you can target one normal monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So, yeah, that's that for that. And I'm running Cloud Castle, which is for True King of all calamities. That's all it's in there for, is for True King of all calamities. So then you've got True King of all calamities, which is 2 or more level 9 monsters. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach 1 Exceeds material from this card and declare 1 attribute. This turn, all face-up monsters on the field become that attribute. Also, all monsters in your opponent's graveyard or opponent's possession with that attribute cannot activate their effects or attack. Monsters that True Draco or True King monsters in your hand would destroy with their effects can be chosen from your opponent's field. Then for the links, running Galaxy Ice Soulflare Dragon and Agave Dragon. Galaxy Ice is there so you can get into your higher up synchros and fusions at the same time, and also into True King. And Agave is there because he's a 3000 attack beat stick, and inflict 100 damage to your opponent for each dragon type monster for each dragon, and you gain 400 life points for each worm. Also, all monsters your opponent currently controls lose 300 attack for each sea serpent. But this, I'm only using him for the attack and the dragon effect. That is it. So that's it for the extra deck now. Sorry for the cut again. I'm going to be using, now for the side deck, using Parsec, Panzer Dragon, Stamping Destruction, Monster Reincarnation, Enemy Controller, Megamorph, Instant Fusion, Shrink, Burst Stream of Destruction, Call of the Grave, Time Machine, and Interdimensional Metal Transporter, and Call of the Haunted. That's the side deck. They can be changed out, so you can put Parsec in there, because if you control a level 8 monster, you can special summon this card without tributing. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile now. Hope you have enjoyed. Sorry for all the jump cuts. I ran out of space. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't like the video, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Also, let me know what you thought in the video, in the description. Yeah, leave a comment, let me know what you think I can improve on or what you liked. And subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, bye bye.